The 15th and final Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of the season announced itself as the Grand Prix that was going to decide over the championship. And if whether or not Ben Meer was going to write history and break the record, win the title for a third time. But with nearly €1 million in prize money up for grabs and the world's best riders and horses traveling to the capital of Saudi Arabia, Ulyana Vedzani was nearly forced to build one of the biggest, if not the biggest and toughest Grand Prix of the season, worthy of a final and worthy to analyze. Welcome to this edition of the Lgct Grand Prix Analysis. The list of superstar horses in the 15th and final Grand Prix of the season was truly endless. I even had to write them down. Monaco NOP, Beauville Z, King Edward, Electric Blue P, Dominator 2000 Z, Moms Stupide La Roque, Star Gold, Calais, Tobago Z, Leon J, Faltic, Nevados, H&M Indiana, Kobe, Theodore Mancier, all Grand Prix winners, all championship horses, all championship contending horses for the final stage in Riyadh. You can imagine the pressure on the shoulders of Ulyana Vedzani. He had to make a selection somewhere. He had to build a big and technical track, and he sure did so. 15 combinations were faulted inside the triple combination, and here is an overview.
Oh, and it's gone! Laurien, can she keep the overview? No, she can't. And now the push, and the push came too early. To come out, and he's not out. To get well into this triple. She's just a 9-year-old, and Nika is faulted at the center part. And now push. The second rail that has fallen so often.
Lots of faults in the triple combination on A, B and on C, but it was actually mainly B, the B part, the center part of the triple that faulted most of the riders in the 15th Grand Prix of the season. Where was it positioned? What did it look like? Well, the triple combination sat exactly in the middle of the arena, on the diagonal from one corner to the other. And remarkably, the approach was actually fairly straightforward. As you can see, there is not really a fence in front. It was not a related distance. Riders could actually pick and choose their distance into the triple combination. Though it sounds very easy, it wasn't. You saw that already. And it played into the hand of Big Ben, because his rivals got faulted there where Big Ben went fault-free. Pieter de Vos and Christian Aalman also struggled in the triple. De Vos was first to go. He could use a very wide turn, already a little bit of a hesitation there through the turn, and then Moms Stupide La Roque backs off from the vertical, but hits the back rail. Not so hard, but hard enough to fall. And that was the first rail for the Belgian, who would in the end finish second again after Ben Meer, behind Ben Meer, just like he did in 2019. Aalman was also aiming for his very first championship title, and with Dominator 2000 Z, his two-time Lgct Grand Prix winner. The center and the back rail all came undone. That also took Christian Aalman out of contention and handed the win, the third win of his career, to Ben Meer and Faltic HP. That's the triple combination that did it for Pieter de Vos and for Christian Aalman and helped Ben Meer towards that third title. Let's have a look in detail. Why was it so difficult? It was a very straight approach. What could be so difficult with that combination? It starts with the first vertical. First vertical at 1.60 m. Second vertical at 1.60 m. And then the oxer with one stride in between at 1.55 m by 1.60 m. So again, maximum width to come out of that combination. Inside the combination, Ulyana Vedzani had given the riders 11.6 meters, which is fairly long, but double or vertical is actually always short. For some reason, horses jump deep into the combination and with two strides easily speed up and get too close to the center of the triple. You know, if you have two verticals in any combination sitting after each other, you have to try to come in as slow as possible. And that is why speed caught out a lot of the riders. Here are a few faults that were created because of a too high speed. This is Linda Heet, and already here you can see that Laurien van Orshoff is very eager to go. She's a hot mare, she's a fast mare, and she doesn't slow down for the center part and has actually quite a hard fault in the triple. Then it is Dennis Lynch, and you'll see Dennis Lynch does not really reduce the pace, comes in nearly at the same pace that he jumped the Oxer with, and with that has two down, A and B, with too much pace. And the last man that we want to show is the European champion, not on DSP Chakaria, but on Konako. Through the turn, and after the fault you can see that Konako gets a little bit tensed and that the Time tries to hold him, but Konako doesn't slow down, he shoots forward in the two strides, and the European champion and new Valkenswaard United man was also faulted in those three fences over the diagonal. But why did they come in with so much pace? Well, if you go back to the drawing board, it is all about that meter 60 exit. Everybody was worrying that they would not cover the back rail of that triple combination. That's why they had so much pace coming in and didn't slow down enough for those first two verticals. But it was not just pace, it was also a little bit approach and balance. The next few combinations all struggle with the turn into the triple combination. For example, Samuel de Haan, look at how close he comes round the Longines vertical. Nearly hits the flowers on his way in, comes in a little bit on balance, drifts and has the center down.